So recently, we've of course seen ski in relation to the market fall down to that 4 cent mark, a very, very pivotal moment where either we would have seen a bounce up or downwards. Luckily, we've bounced upwards, but the point is still proven that yes, we went from around 20 cents to now sitting around 4 cents with that previous all time high of 35 cents, I believe. So, what does this mean for ski? And are there good things on the outlook or are there bad things on the outlook as well? So we're going to get right into that, guys. I'm going to be giving you guys my feedback on the ski, what I'm doing with my own ski holdings, what have I done with my own ski holdings, and those that I know whose convictions are high that are definitely influential to the markets. We're going to talk about that as well, guys. Now, first of all, let's go over ski's current price. It's around 6 cents, a little higher than 6 cents, but still in that area. We saw a nice push up today from that 4.5 cent mark to that 6.5 cent mark to almost a 7 mark, where we did fall down. And again, we're at that 6 cent range, chilling right there, ready for a next move. So clearly there has been interest in that 4 cent range where people did want to go ahead and load up on some ski. We saw some big buys, particularly from Representative Mike Collins. Maybe you'll see that put up there. He actually went ahead and had done another buy-in on ski. And if you guys look at his portfolio, you can see he hasn't sold a single bit of his ski ever since he's bought into the token, which is awesome to see. And again, he's loading up on the dips. I would consider a representative of the government to be quote unquote smart money, but again, do that as you please. So we had that happening, which of course might have had some feel to that growth that we had today. But nonetheless, it's very, very pivotal to have people like that endorsing a project like Ski Mask Dog. Like you don't see representatives of the government doing that for any other coin, but you do see that for ski. Now, for the exact chart of ski and what details that lies within, that could give us an example of where we could actually be moving near from here. We can actually use this ex-user named Crypto Genius, who actually did give a nice plan for ski. So as you guys can see on the screen, it says he has a target of 57 cents for ski. And he goes into saying that ski has formed a massive bull flag, so he expects a massive run up to the all-time high and beyond to the 1.618 Fibonacci once it breaks out. And then he says, wait for it to break out and retest the trend line before entering at my buy zone of 5 cents to that 7.5 cent range. And he says it's important that you wait for ski to break out of the bull flag. Otherwise, you could be prone to more downside. And again, you guys can see that graph more enlarged and actually see what he's talking about there and what could potentially happen if we broke out of that bull flag. You can kind of see the lower lows, lower highs pattern in what he's talking about being that bull flag that is then supposedly going to push us out of this choppiness and this downtrend that we've been in for a very long amount of time, at least in crypto terms. But nonetheless, if what he's saying is true and he's targeting that 57 cent range, if you want to follow his exact plan, if you would have bought below his buy zone of 5 cents, well, a 57 cent ski would be above a 10x since you're buying in at 4.5, meaning that this could be a very, very nice run for ski in the next couple of months, especially if we're basing this off of this bull flag that he is seeing play out. Now, again, that's one trader's technical analysis. That doesn't mean it is exactly correct. But again, it is cool to actually see this being a potential possibility. I'm honestly very excited to see what we see happening with ski, especially now that we're pushing up as we have seen today. And of course, Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin in overall alt season terms. That's, of course, great news for crypto. Ethereum has been continuously outperforming Bitcoin the past couple of weeks. We've talked about that. But in regards to ski, again, Representative Mike Collins has bought in. That's, again, fueled in a lot of hype. The chart itself looks very bullish. And now let's go into other people's convictions. Okay, so number three, the community is still strong as ever. A lot of people have heard from radio silence from Brian Jung. They've heard radio silence from those in Kaizen. In reality, guys, what both members are doing of the party, I am in Kaizen as well. And I can tell you that the community in Kaizen is still bullish as ever in ski. And I've known people who had gotten in pretty early to ski, but have round tripped a lot of money in profits. I can say that to an extent. So there's a lot of people still convicted in this project. The majority of the Kaizen members are a lot of people in Kaizen. A lot of people don't understand this. A lot of people in Kaizen actually bought into ski at around that 20 cent level, like first initial buy-ins, due to the fact that they did not trust the project as much in the beginning, or they were a newer member who wanted to get into ski after seeing the result that it had and the promise of that dollar mark, which of course we have yet to see happen. But of course, those guys are down bad on their bags. You do have some members in Kaizen actually flooding ski, those that have sold out of it at a loss. There are people like that, but also there's people who are just skeptical on the project in its own. But I'd say the majority of Kaizen members are still bullish on the project. That's all you guys need to know. And as far as Brian Jung's personal conviction, it remains the same, guys. A lot of you don't understand how it works with just influencers talking about tokens. I have the same problems every once in a while, and I'm very small in comparison to Brian Jung, where you can say good things about a project, or you can talk about a project that comes off as shilling a project, or if you don't say anything about a project, well then it's bad both ways, right? So there's two ends to the spectrum here, where you can either say good things on a project you're genuinely interested in. People can say you're shilling, etc., right? You've lost some money, whatever the case is. But realistically, what it is there's two sides to every single tweet or every single video that comes out, where you can either be loved or you can either be hated. And almost all the time, the option that you pick is going to be hated. He doesn't want to come across as he's shilling the token, when in reality, he really loves the community. He still does. And that's just something that I like to take from that, guys. And it's just clear to tell from, again, if to save the community every single time that the coin dips, for him to just come in and make a video on it, or him to come in and make an X post on it. He does not need to do that. And that seems very artificial for a community to have. And that is essentially why he's distancing himself. And he has not even said anything in that regard, but I can almost tell. So yes, why he's not speaking on this, it's pretty simple for me to see at least, is the fact that this is a community-based token that should not rely on one influencer to pump the token based off of a YouTube video or based off of an X post. He's wanting this token to be organic, as we all should, organically led by the community. And I think that's a great idea, and I really support him with that. He still has his holdings in the ski. He still loves the project. But again, that is a simple answer for that question. And yeah, it eliminates a lot of the FUD there. And he would, of course, tell us, and I would, of course, tell you whether or not I or him would have also exited. I guess I wouldn't cover his, but I'd cover when I myself would exit, which would probably be around the same time he does. However, I have different profit margins in mind for myself. So there's a tangent there, but just so you guys understand, Brian's still bullish. Majority of Kaizen's still bullish. I'm still bullish. And just do with that as you will. Again, none of this financial advice. I have a set amount of ski that I had wanted to accumulate, especially with these dips. I'm now fully maxed out on the amount of ski that I want to own or have in my portfolio. Therefore, I'm going to start loading up into other projects, mainly Bitcoin. I just want to pretty much just park my money in Bitcoin after learning how valuable Bitcoin truly is. I'm going to be buying a lot more Bitcoin. But again, with my altcoins, again, what I do is I set targets. For ski, for example, let's say you're someone who did not know how much ski you wanted to have. Set a simple target like 10,000 ski. Or if you want a bigger bag, if you can afford a bigger bag, maybe it's 100,000 ski. Set a target that you feel comfortable with accumulating. And then once you've accumulated that amount, that 100,000, then just chill out. Let that sit. Don't invest any more. Don't invest any less. And then once that 100K is reached, then you can simply set profit takes or profit targets off of that. And then just start investing into other projects, start to diversify your portfolio, start to invest into stocks, Bitcoin. But with altcoins, I think it's really important to set targets to allocations. And that's just another note I have for ski. But overall, guys, the point of this video is to share that I'm still bullish on ski. There's a lot of big catalyst events happening and going to happen, specifically listings. People are still confused. Well, why haven't we seen ski Coinbase listing? This is not a great market condition for something like that to happen. I feel very shortly we will see something like that happen. Good market conditions, but we'll have to honestly wait on that. Community has been blowing up Coinbase's Instagram posts, and I don't think they're not going to see that. So it's all a patience game, guys. I'm still very convicted on the project, and I'll see you guys later. That's going to be it for me.